Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and I am making this video a day after the previous video, which you can probably tell on your own because this video is in fact also published a day after my previous Endless Space video. Why? There are three reasons for that. Reason number one, I want to redeem myself. Yesterday I messed up with the audio settings and I found out about this a little bit too late to reverse the changes, and I didn't want to remake this video all over again. So I left the video as is, and now this time the sound will be much better, as in you will actually be able to hear us as anything. Now the second reason, and I can talk about this while issuing orders. Second reason is because while talking about Pacific Rim for I have no idea how long yesterday, I didn't talk about the most important part, well, maybe not the most important part, but one of the most important parts, and that is the soundtrack. The amazingly great soundtrack that this movie had, which was pretty much maybe not the selling point of the movie, but it was definitely up there. And right now I'm blackmailing my mom to actually buy the soundtrack for me as a gift. So yeah, it was a thing that I didn't talk about. And thirdly, remember how yesterday I told that I would go ahead and watch this movie again for the second time in a row? Well, today it is, in fact, what time is it? It's 14:53:12, okay? I just came back from the cinema. I watched it for the third time. Yeah, I think it is safe to say I kinda like this movie. So, yeah, however, this time, sadly, I had to buy the ticket myself. I mean, the previous two times I pretty much blackmailed somebody who owed me some stuff to actually buy the ticket for me and go to the cinema with me as well, which was kinda cool. So, yeah, this time, however, surprisingly enough, I was the only guy who actually wanted to go to a cinema for like 11 AM. Not like, but it was literally 11 AM, so you know, whatever, I had a ton of fun. I can sacrifice the little money I had left on my account for that. Besides, some people owe me money, so it will all work out in the end. Anyway, back to Endless Space. Something happened that was rather amusing. After I loaded the game, you know how AI has its moves and pirates have their moves as well. If you remember, there used to be a pirate fleet on Jinsen. What happened? Very simple. Horatio sent a ginormous fleet from Zenith into Jinsen and went into a giant fight against two pirate fleets that were also on Jinsen at this point in time. They both killed each other, as in there were no survivors left for any faction. It was hilarious. I loved it. In fact, you know what I could do? I did have some invasion modules. I could try and capture Zenith, but I definitely do not have enough evasion to actually, you know, succeed. In fact, how do I have any invasion modules? I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to. Did I? Oh yeah, I do have a bomber, and even a battle focused bomber still has some invasion left on it. So yeah, that's why I have some invasion. Don't care really about it because that's not what I'm all about, but I can in fact now retreat my ships from Jinsen so that later on I have more mobility when I need it. I'll be able to station them wherever in fact I want them to be. Right, I do need to somehow save Bastadio, but I will not make it in time. It's only 3 times before those pirates rather, will capture the system, and I need reinforcements of those tectonics in order to even hope to at least kill them all. I know that I'll lose my entire fleet fighting them, there's no doubt about that. It is going to happen, sadly, but I want to stop them from capturing my system, otherwise it will make me those people even more resistant to my, I guess, tyranny or whatever. So I'd rather not have this happen if at all possible. Anyway, I think I issued all the orders for this turn, which means I can proceed with the next one. Yeah, who knew that giant robots can actually be so cool? I lost faith in this after a while, I have to say, after many years of bad movies featuring robots and not robots and whatnot. So thankfully things changed. As one guy mentioned in a YouTube uploaded movie which actually featured the soundtrack of the game, one guy made a very cool quote. He went to the cinema with his cousin, and what did he say to his cousin after going out of, you know, Pacific Rim? He said, "Congratulations kid, you now have a childhood." That is so true. Wow, I mean, if I were born today, I can't imagine what would I do with my life. There's nothing cool around here nowadays. Now there is. Now there is a reason to have a childhood. Thank you, whoever made this happen. Anyway, my big fleet, it's like it is a really ginormous fleet, is assembled. I am ready to kick some ace. And I will not make it in time, not at all. The pirates are way, you know, they're going to capture it. And suddenly I am afraid they will also already start running away from Bastardio, maybe to Merop, which would take me forever to actually intercept them and kill them, which would be annoying. They might go to Primus, which I want to make sure that it stays clear. They might go to Octans, in which case we'll just miss each other completely, and it will be even more awkward. If I could, in fact, this system already has some defense improvements that increase its, you know, defense capabilities, so I cannot do anything to stop those pirates from taking over the system in just 2 turns, which is annoying. Anyway, I encountered, go away fly, you're in front of my face. I encountered automatons somewhere, where they are apparently, I imagine they were, yeah, they used to be on Brios, so I imagine they are somewhere nearby. What is this? Sheridan want my holiday Romeo? Guys, no! I need it, especially since it gives me extra food on the entire effing empire. No way I'm giving it to it, sorry. No way I'm... And they just want Proto Orchid for free. No, I refuse to you Proto Orchid for Hexaferm. I'm also going to refuse for a Proto Orchid for nothing. This will make those guys like me less, but what can I do? Annoyingly enough, there's also another big pirate fleet heading into Stardust, which is bad because they will also later on head into Zeteria. So... yeah, what do I do? I'll try. Hopefully those fleets will not move. I should theoretically be able to kill them both with my army. It is a pretty decently sized armies. I mean, they do not have a lot of defense, which is the best counter to pirates, but I hope I'll manage. Now, what I need to do is find out what kind of weapons those pirates are using and then actually design my semi-class ships to, in other words, cruiser-class ships, to actually counter them and resist. I think they're using beams, but I'm not gonna take any chances. What I want to do is create a tank ship that will actually take the damage for the rest, tank the damage for the rest of my fleet. For now, however, it is not a thing. Besides, I cannot really afford to make any more ships. I really desperately need more population, and I can only acquire this via getting more food. So yeah, we'll see how I can do. So far things are not going horribly well, but you know, let's pretend like things could improve. Also, colonize Exiteria. No, I just realized, yeah, it is deserts all the way. That's bad. I mean, Transvine, it is more ship XP, that's not bad, but no, I don't want the system. I mean, I will want it at some point in time to stop the pirates from spawning. Besides, I will be able to purify it at some point in time. And probably just change all those deserts into lavas, but until then, no. That's a big nope from me. Anyway, let's end this turn as well, and finally we'll get our interspecies HR and hopefully also an alliance with Sheridan and Sophos. Sheridan are already fighting Croatia if I'm not mistaken, as you can see. Yes, they are still fighting each other, so if we get them on our sides, this should all work out wonderfully. So let's finish the movement of all my ships. That's very nice. We just got Takim. My other ship is at Brius, so go ahead and move over there. I said go ahead and move over there. Thank you, it took you a while. As for Ulysses, tell me what is behind this wormhole, I'm really curious. There is... come on, you can make it. There is He's. And it's yet another really good system. Come on, why do Sophos have such amazing systems? I mean, look at this. 6 planet, 5 planet, 5 planet, 5 planet, 4 planet, 4 planet, and a 3 planet home system. Which is nothing great, but still, compared to my systems, yeah, the only thing, I mean, I do have Prototype and Jinsin. But other than that, yeah, I guess I do have more 5 and 6 planet systems. But all of those are like desert. Well, those used to be deserts, keep in mind. So, I'm really unlucky when it comes to this stuff, unfortunately. Alright, interspecies HR is 1. I mean, 1? What did they want to say? I mean, anyway, I do have it now, which is good. With this scientific output, I will get access to personal shielding relatively quickly, but I think right now I need to prioritize food a little bit more. So, let's get on food, shall we? That's nice. Way more food being produced right now. In fact, I'm gonna convert a lot of my science into food. And by a lot, I think I mean 100%. I need to grow population ASAP. I do, truly do, and you really do. Desperately do need to do that. Bastardio finished making its Cis-Oot satellites, which are not going to do me any favors because they do not have range to over Octans. Besides, the system is about to be captured by pirates, annoyingly enough. Alright, you just say you can start making your way towards Bastardio. Keep in mind, it's my invasion ship. I will need it to take over Bastardio because, yeah, I will lose it, there's no doubt about that. Unless the pirates are retarded and just stop besieging me, but they sadly are not. Anyway, it's time for the big deal. Can I convince Shredden to actually be friends with me? Yes, I can. We're good for it. Let's draw up the papers and start the party. Let us do so indeed. Can you guys, since they like this deal a lot, can they maybe give me some tech? Wow, look at how much behind I am in terms of tech. Alright. Large scale neuros, I can get it fairly quickly, so that's not exactly what I am concerned about. So let's not do that just yet. Actually, hold on a second. Can I approach it from a different angle, for example by going for hypermagnetics and personal shielding? Because this would be pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Hypermagnetics, and I don't think they will have access to personal shielding. I mean they will have access, but I have a unique technology associated with it, which probably means that I cannot actually get the tech from them, but maybe I can. I never tried getting a unique tech from somebody else, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, create alliance, and in return you're gonna give me hypermagnetics. Okay, they still like it. And how was it called? No, Deviant. That's actually a fairly nice thing, but no. Advanced simulation. No. Wow, they already have that. That's so scary. No and no. I need to make triple sure. It's called personal shielding. Okay, they don't have it. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss that. They just do not have it, or they cannot give it to me because I'm just going to get the technology that will allow me to get access to it. Yeah, so anyway, hypermagnetics, I want this. Personal shielding they do not have or they cannot give me, so let's get something else that is useless. Useless? What on earth does useless mean? That's a new thing. Anyway, railway with sensors and global tech pack, that's not bad, but it's a little too cheap. I want something expensive that I can get. The Ovian construction, that's not bad, I might go for this. But adaptive colony is also very nice, but it's too cheap. Certification, it's very costly and allows me to terraform planets into deserts like I need it. I do not. So that's the most expensive thing they have, and no, that's too expensive. Okay, I'm gonna change it a little bit. So how about you give me something less expensive that is still useful? For example, this thing. I don't see the Legion getting tied up for this. Well, maybe they'll accept the deal anyway. It's slightly in our favor, but since they like me a lot, they might agree. No, they do not agree. I cannot give them dust for that, and I have no technologies that they have not discovered yet. So let's ignore rudimentary telepathics and instead get maybe the technology to explore moons. It's a cheap one, so they will not complain too much. Yeah, that's a big one. We'll need some time to think it over, which means they'll accept it. So let's do just that. And now we are at alliance, baby. Alright, let's try to continue with that. Let's make an alliance. Actually, if I make an alliance with Sophos, does it mean that we'll also be at peace with Horatio? It might. I really hope it will not, but I think that's how it's going to work. Whatever, I need the alliance. Yeah, well, they don't like it too much. They have, actually, I do have some technologies that Sophos do not have, which is funny to say the least. They are not interested in them, however. I can't give them dust. I can give them Hyperium. They don't care about it either. I can give them Voidstone, no. And systems, actually I could give them Merope or Bastardio. And they would like me a lot for this. What kind of tech do they have? Do they have the personal shielding tech? I don't think they do. Or they just cannot give it to me because keep in mind it's a special technology. So let's think about it. I could give them a system. And you know what? Oh boy, this is so evil. I can give them Bastardio and then take it over after pirates take it. Let's do this. I'm gonna be annoyed if the pirates fly away as soon as I give the system to Sophos, but even if that's the case, I will just deal with it. So yeah. What? Oh boy, they are at war with Sowers? Well, Sowers are far away from me, so it doesn't really matter all that much. And look at the Shredden Empire. It's actually not that good. They do have Oshi, which is, wow, a really cold planet, I mean system, but other than that, they do not really have anything going for them. How can they be so awesome? Oh yeah, they also have Lyra. And it is a nice system. I would like it if I were not Harmony, obviously. And they trying to capture Gonos, yeah, not bad. In the meantime, Sowers have Albany. Not a bad standing location, not a bad one at all. I kinda like it. Anyway, we have an alliance, that's very nice. I encountered Sowers and encountered Cravers as well. I do not see the Cravers anywhere, but if I encountered them, then it means they are somewhere, lurking in the shadows, ready to strike and whatnot. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm covering the stars, that's nice. And let's do our evil plot and sell Bastardio to the Soulfuls. Am I evil? I might be a little bit, yes. Do I care? Not really, no. Look at how much they love me for this. Oh, yes. Guys, I think you should give me something in return for this generous offer, don't you agree? How about, do you have maybe something useful? Rudimentary telepathics? No, that's too much. Pure scale, no. Autonomous? No, they don't want to give me anything. How about hexaferum? Well, they almost agree. Whatever, I'm just gonna give them Bastardio. Have fun with it. Please tell me that those pirates will not go away, otherwise I will be mildly annoyed. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere, which is good. Okay, automatons. Oh, we are also at war with automatons now? Well, that's scary. I'm at war with half of the galaxy, but I'm also at alliance with half of the galaxy. Yeah, look at that. This is scary. However, unlike the rest of the galaxy, we are at alliance, the enemy is not. In numbers, there's strength. We're like a Jaeger, except we are like the Chinese triple arm one, since there's 3 of us. We're gonna own those kaijus, and it's going to be awesome. Oh yes, I cannot wait. Also, I didn't rename Merope. I cannot believe that. How am I going to call it? Let me think. Actually it's Pacific Rim, isn't it? I keep mixing Pacific Rim and Rift. Actually, I need to check it. Okay, my dear phone, can you tell me how is it called? It's Rim. Okay. So I do mix Rift with Rim. I don't know why. Just for some reason, whatever. However, I now have Rim. It's not actually. There's a pretty nice system. I do like it. In fact, I like it more than Bastardio. Bastardio is a very nice system as well, but this one is even better in my opinion. So yeah. If somehow Source maintain their control over Bastardio, that's okay, because Rim is better than Bastardio in my honest opinion. I wouldn't have access to Adamantium, which is a great strategic resource, but in the grand scheme of things, I would still like Rim better than Bastardio. And so many pirates, look at it, it's yet another fleet heading in my general direction. It's a double event! That's exactly what it is. Anyway, my friends, they do have a lot of ships. Hopefully now they'll try to kill my enemies a little bit harder. And yeah, it looks like... yeah, Sophos should take out the automatas fairly easily. It looks like I made the right choice with my allies. Then again, automatas do have the advantage over Sophos, so things might go a little bit bad. But maybe they're out with Cravers. Who are Cravers at war with? They are at war with our enemies. Good! The enemies of our enemies are our Cravers, as it turns out. Also, this chest piece kinda looks like a Jaeger, doesn't it? Like Cherno Alpha? Yeah, I think it does. I'm sorry, it does a little bit. It's so sad that spoilers! That Cherno Alpha was destroyed. Yeah, sorry about that if you haven't watched the movie yet. Oh well. Maybe it will come back in the sequel. Anyway... I don't think there's anything else I need to deal with. My fleets are moving into position, trying to take back Bastardio, because that's pretty much everything I can do. My fleets, however, orbiting Zeteria, they will need to run away. As for my expansion ship, it will be guarded by the tectonic ship, who will tank the damage for it if necessary, but hopefully there will be no pirates on Primus or Isso. I think there used to be, but they moved to Stardust. I mean, there are way too many pirates for this to be otherwise, but if there are even more pirates than that, then this is ridiculous. And unfair as well. Yeah, so let's do this, let's end the turn, and you know what, I think I'll drink my ginseng drink, actually. I do feel like I need it. So let's do this. My red ginseng drink. That's the first time I'm drinking one of those. I wonder if it will be any different from the other ones, so let's try it. It is different! Wow! I'll take another sip, hold on. That's a very strange but interesting taste. So the first ginseng drink I drank was... oh, 3 little pigs, okay. Anyway, the first dressing drink I drank was a very sweet one. I mean, incredibly sweet. They are all sweet, but this one was over the top sweet. Okay, and... Jason! The second ginseng I drank was a very spicy one, and I enjoyed it a lot. And this red ginseng drink is a sour one. Your system has been captured by Horatio. They destroyed all of my effing improvements in the process, killed half of my population, in fact most of my population, just to take the system out from me quick. They devastated the system just to effing annoy me. You know what is the worst part? I don't have the military to actually take it back. My only fleet that is reasonably big is heading into Bastardio. And you know what? F Bastardio, I have it, pirates, whatever. I need to save Mrs. Funland. It is actually endangered. I might... yeah, there might be a problem right here. Horatio, wow, I'd love to sing Run Devil Run right now. In fact, I deserve to be able to sing it, but I cannot do so. Because I don't have the means to make the enemy pay for what they have done. I don't have the military. My only ships are heading away from Octans, and my few other ships, they are about to be devastated by the other pirate ship. I'm overwhelmed from every location, and there's even more pirate fleets. Come on, game. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. I think that's the point in time where we feel like, yeah, we're dying. I need some help. I really truly do. Alright, you know what? Let's capture Zurak. Actually, I cannot do so. Alright. Okay, you just there, you get back to Mrs. Funland ASAP. I need all my ships, even the least significant ones. I need them all back. And I need them fairly desperately quickly to get over there right about now. Alright, let's see, can I make any more planets that are actually maximum population? I can make another lava on maximum. That's good, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Good, even more production now. This is good, it will allow me to make some more ships. Very important. Alright, door to know, how about you? Not really, that's still staggering. I'm struggling to get more population. How about you, this? No, still not there yet. That's very bad. Alright. I still do not know what kind of ship the Horatio are using, so... you just, Cutter, I have bad news for you. I need to sacrifice you for the good of our nation. Horatio, what do you use? They use... Kinetics medium range... missiles long range... oh, this is bad. Kinetics medium, I mean melee, and missiles medium. So kinetics and missiles, it doesn't look like they're using any beams. They also have a level 9 hero. I'm so dead. Alright, run away. You're going to die, but try running away regardless, because that's the best you can do. You will not be able to do anything to them. You just have a couple of nothings. So yeah. Of course he died. Doesn't matter. I was hoping to use this guy as a mid shield. I'll never be able to do so, sadly. However, I do not need this guy to be on Sing anymore, because it is on Horatio's sphere of influence, so that's disallowing the pirates to spawn there, which is nice. I could maybe use this guy as a mid shield. Then again, I don't have enough space in my fleets to actually utilize any mid shields of any description, sadly. I could gain it though, but right now, yeah, I gained as much population as I could. I need to start making ships, I really do. And they will lower my population gain by a ton, sadly. Whatever, I need ships. Alright, let's design them then. Add a new ship design, Civic class. What do I want on the ship? I need bombers, that's possibly the only thing that can do anything to Horatio. I didn't check if they have fighters or not. Let's pray they do not. If they have, then it's gonna be bad. You know what? Cancel. I need to know this. I need to know this. If pirates spawn on Pollux, I'm gonna be very annoyed, but I need to know if they have fighters or not. It's very important. They have troops more troops and bombers and more bombers. They have bombers, so I need fighters on my own. Okay, whatever, you're just going to die. Let's design our ship in this case. We need one... No. I do not need to modify, I need to design a new one. Semi-class. One fighter, one bomber. Not the most powerful combination imaginable, but hey, that's the one I'll have to go for because there is not much else I can do. Simics are specialized in defense style modules, so okay, those will be our tanks. They will be here to tank the damage if at all possible. I do not have Hyperium, unfortunately, so I cannot install any repair modules. That's bad. Can I actually get them from somebody who loves me a lot, maybe? Sheridan and the Sophons both love me a ton, so Corporation Agreement, they will love it. So how about they give me... They don't have access to Hyperium themselves, that's pretty bad. How about technology? Do they have anything amazingly powerful, because I could use it? Not really, no. I mean, unstable torpedoes, yeah, why not? Let's get that. Let's also get autonomous construction, and that's all that. Yeah. You scratch my backs, I won't stab yours. That's cute. But anyway, this will increase my fleet size, so that's good. I'll take it, this offer. Also, cooperation agreements never hurt, especially as they generate me food right now. Alright, you please tell me you have Hyperium. They don't! Nobody has Hyperium. None of my allies. That's bad. Alright, what can you give me? Regimented... Oh, actually, Focus Plasma. I could use that. Yeah, let's do that. Can you give me anything else? Not really, no. Use Accelerators? No. Alright, Focus Plasma is good enough. They'll also possibly consider this as a donation, which is good. I know that Horatio won. Now, however, I should have a little bit better technology and maybe survive for a little bit longer. But I'm willing to believe that in a couple of turns, I will make my last video of this playthrough because I will die. Oh well. I did start on a rather negative note, because when I started Disharmony, they were significantly underpowered. They are not anymore, in my opinion, with the restoration grids is accessible, but they were not like this before, and I started with a bad start. I think I'm excused to lose this one. I think I am. But I'll try to stay for as long as I possibly can. I will do my best. I would really, truly will. Alright, what can I get? Not much. In fact, I cannot get anything useful, including armor, so that's bad. So, yeah. I cannot gain pretty much anything advanced except for advanced kinetics. Well, I guess that is something, but that's not really all that great. Alright, what kind of long-range kinetics? Oh, long-range kinetics, because I need them to be effective at long range, because that's most likely the only turn I will be able to do anything to my enemies. They use kinetics and they use missiles, right? Okay, let's use both of those things. So let's use 10 flak and 10 reflectors. I would love to use better technology, but I don't have the strategic resources for that, unfortunately. Let's use 14 of both. I do not need any shields, fortunately. And let's get as many long-range kinetics as I possibly can, because that's the only thing that I have which is relatively-ish powerful, as annoying as it is. Alright, I think the enemy has more kinetics than they have flak, so I will risk... Actually, flak costs less tonnage. So I'll take one less deflector to get an additional kinetic, and now I'm maxed out on tonnage. 10 long-range kinetics is by no means good, but the enemy is using bombers, so my fighters will destroy the enemy bombers, protecting my ships, and my bombers, they will have free reign over the enemy ships. They will deal a lot of damage. So in long-range phase, I will deal a decent portion of damage with my kinetics, medium and melee. That's where bombers will come into play, as well as my fighters. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. There's no way I'll survive the battles. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm going to die, but maybe I'll go down like a man. I can die on top of a wall or in a Jaeger. I would rather die in a Jaeger. I don't know about you, but I definitely would. Sadly, my production is anything but amazing, unless I can go for geoindustrial plants, which I will on the two systems that are in fact maxed out. This should potentially allow me to make more simics faster in the future. Yes, it will lower my food income, but honestly, right now, this is not on top of my priorities. I desperately need ships, and I need more of them. And I will not get them in time, but I'll try my hardest and damnedest and best, absolute best. Right, my second most productive system is Amnesia. Alright, it is also one turn from increasing our population, but sadly you're going to have to suffer because I need those Simics, I need them badly. So make as many of them as you can. Also, before you actually do that, I do need to get my geo-industrial plants in place as well. In fact, I'll go for all of them, because this system is not as productive as Prototype since it doesn't have lavas. But it also has more food production because of the tundras, and this should possibly allow me to ignore more of my alien grafting. In fact, you know what? Let's go all out for geo-industrial plants. I need them. Really, truly do. Right, in fact, that's the same thing I'm going to do on Prototype. Just geo-industrial plants or literally everything. I'll leave alien grafting on Terran just to allow me, you know, just to allow the system to gain a little bit more population a little bit faster. But no, I do not have time to but to get rid of any anomalies. I do not have time to explore any moons, even though they could contain great things on them. For me right now the most important thing is gaining more ships, gaining more production, sadly, because I would love to explore some more moons. Mrs. Fadlad, you're basically useless, but maybe your moon is like, maybe it will give you some kind of defensive bonus. Also, you actually, I'd rather have a lava planet than a barren planet, but it'll take too long. So yeah, that's not going to happen. In previous shielding though, bunkers, I will not have them fast enough, and the enemy will try to take my system using troops, which is a problem. Okay, Yudia says you just have to die protecting my system. Those guys will die, and I do need them, but I also need to try and maybe slow the enemy down so that they cannot instantly capture my system with their troops. They probably can and will be able to do so, but I need to try and prevent this from happening. I need to try my highest and best. Alright, you two just head into Amnesia. I still want to colonize ISO, and this will lower the pirate spawn rate. I might lose ISO relatively quickly as well, but you know what, let's pretend like I'm actually going to stay in the game. I'm not, I will die, but let's pretend like it's not the case. Also, automatons, they are on their move, they have a scare fleet. Do they have a more powerful fleet than my allies? Let's see. That's both 2500. Yeah, I think my allies are in a little bit of a problem, so I'll negotiate peace treaty with automatons on Sophon's behalf. Because I need the support of Sophons, I need them to help me fight, I guess. No, not with you. Automatons, you. Ceasefire, please. Yeah, they don't trust me. What if I give you this and this? No. I cannot give them any systems, I really cannot. Voidstone, no, they do not want ceasefire, they want to kill us. They know they have the advantage, that's bad. And Sheridan, they are great and mighty and powerful, but they are fighting on two fronts at once. This ain't good, this really ain't good. They did capture Gonus, so maybe now Sowers are willing to go into a ceasefire treaty. They are not really accepting the offers I give them. No, that's not going to happen. If Sheridan asked them to ceasefire, they would probably agree, but I just do not have the military power to back my claim, or rather request. Anyway, wow, this video is actually fairly lengthy. So, I think I'll cut the video off right here. Yeah, and I'll end my turn as well. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please do by all means like it. Maybe even subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more. Also, please do leave a comment, I like reading them. They help me out a lot. Thank you for... No words are necessary. Hate plus, ladies and gentlemen, hate plus. Google it, by the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.